Good morning, good evening, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you might be doing. We wish to welcome you to the Silverlight Show. The Silverlight shines to illuminate that which lies hidden in darkness. For those of you tuning in today, we welcome you in. Twerking. I'm probably late to cover this, but the same token, that's exactly why I'm covering this, to get a kind of a diagnosis. Now, twerking started as a form of dancing, and I'm going to call it dancing because pretty much any movement to music qualifies as dancing. And it was considered very provocative at the time. I've seen people twerk at grave sites. Um, I've seen, you know, field parties, raves, you name it, it's happened. Is it new and hip and fashionable? No. It's like giving the finger during the middle of a picture. It's been done before. Anyways, what I find interesting is suddenly mass media has picked up on twerking and decided it's new and it's hot and it's fashionable. Um, Whether you saw the series She-Hulk or you didn't see it, they made a big deal about the She-Hulk being in her Hulk form and, you know, twerking with her friend while they're in the office. I'm not judging the decision, I'm observing it. She-Hulk is supposed to be kind of a superhero who also practices law. So she's probably going to be a little more uninhibited than, say, Spider Man, who is a young kid and is still nervous and insecure. This is a mature female woman making the decision to do that. It's not offensive, but I'm not arguing that it's offensive. And then in Doctor Who, the new Doctor Who, Nkuti Gatwa, I actually think is an underrated doctor, and I don't think they're really going to take advantage of what he could bring to the table because they're too focused on shock value. And in one of the episodes in his first season, he winds up twerking. Now, he also dances with another man, and again, this is all non objectionable. So the doctor has danced before, including Matt Smith doing some deliberately hideous dances to show that the doctor really has no clue of what's going on. He's a very intelligent person, he's kind of aloof, but he picks up on things and, discards them because they don't really fit who he is. Now, what I'm seeing across the spectrum is this fad. I don't want to call it a craze, I don't want to call it a phenomena, but this dancing meme that is really not as broad as people think it is. You can go a long time going to weddings, dancing, stuff like that, and not see anybody twerk. But here's what's happened. The the rich old white guy phenomena. I'm loosely borrowing that. But it's true. Think of Vince McMahon, the former owner and president of WWE slash WWF. And he went through a long period in his creative life where he thought a garbage man was going to be the next big wrestler. He had a repo guy, the guy that comes and repossesses things. Um, he had a dentist. And this is because he's trying to figure out what's hip and cool and new. Now, this is exactly what's happening with twerking in our modern media. Somehow, these old white guys, and probably old white women as well, depending on the composition of the creative board and the executive board, saw this and suddenly think, wow, this is amazing. This is going to make us seem young and hip and cool. Let's put it in there. When, if any one of them had a TikTok account, an Instagram account, um, a Twitter or X account, whatever it is, they would have been seeing this for over a decade now. I don't know exactly when it started, but I can recall since at least 2010 that it has been featured to one degree or another. Has it been on TV before? Yes. Has it been in movies before? Yes. But it just seems gratuitous the way that they're trying to make it, integrate it into situations where it didn't need to be done. The doctor would have been turning heads just by being a black man dancing with a white man in the 1700s. That would have turned enough heads. And that's one of the earlier episodes, I believe. They're adding this in simply because they don't know what's happening. Hey, I'll admit right now, you drag Silverlight on the dance floor, I got two left feet and no clue what I'm doing. I'm definitely not going to be twerking. Mostly because I'm getting older and my knees don't quite do that anymore. But even when I was younger and a little more agile, which was like 4 years ago, it's not something that would appeal to me one way or the other. I would never judge somebody for that being their choice. But I am judging the media just because, like I said, it's almost as if they're so desperate for attention, it's the only thing left in their arsenal. It's a pity, too, because so many things are out there for them to take advantage of. And they decided to default to the lowest common denominator. And I'm not saying that because the people who are doing it are low or anything insultive towards them. I'm just saying it's not new, it's not fresh. The rest of the world has mostly moved on from it, and you guys think this is your ticket to rejuvenating things. It's not. As an academic, and I always do love studying, I'm very insulated from that. And even I knew that the twerking phenomena was out there many, many years ago. So why the rush to get it on TV now? It doesn't make sense. It makes you look like you're an old fogey who's behind the scenes, and the writers are trying to appeal to a demographic they do not truly understand. Now, I doubt anybody in the creative circus of the world, the executive offices of entertainment companies, are going to listen to this show and say, hey, Silverlight makes a great point. No. But what I can do is call it out for what it is. And yes, I know the sirens are going off. Don't worry, they're not mad at me. That isn't the YouTube police. See, even that joke is lame and old. When it came out of my mouth, I'm like, yeah, it was lame and old. It was just situational. But see, I could respond to a situation. Whereas they're trying to apply a formula. And that formula is, include something really cool and that's going to make people know that we're still in touch. Anyways, with that, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Silverlight Show. If you did, please like, share, because sharing is caring. Don't forget to click the icon down below so that way you can be notified every time a new episode is published. And we hope you have a fantastic day.